welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel, Open Dragon Designs. If you have not yet already kind of met me or been introduced by me, my name is Jade. My middle name is Eva. You can call me Jade Eva, or you can call me Jade. I am a 17-year-old practitioner of witchcraft as well as tarot readings. I have my own business selling these readings as well as selling spells. And let's get to the main point of this video. What we are going to be talking about today is some witchcraft tips about spells that you can perform, as well as spells that you can do that aren't necessarily super apparent. For instance, if you are a kind of broom witch, or a witch in the closet, as you call it, a closet witch, where you can't openly kind of reveal to those around you that you do practice witchcraft, that you believe in magic, that you believe in energy. Witchcraft is not evil, so before we kind of jump to conclusions, just know that witchcraft is not evil as long as you use it in the proper ways for your benefit, your growth, and not to kind of manipulate other people in your life. But you can have extreme success doing spells and journaling and manifesting, and I am a personal witness of all of this, and I have multiple connections that have practiced as well and have successfully grown, have successfully thrived doing so. Forgive my kind of crazy grammar right now. I'm all over the place. I'm extremely excited to kind of dive in to this video with you guys. I have several different examples of spells that you can do to really manifest what you want, or to have yourself at a higher level of existence, to raise your vibration. Once you raise your vibration, or you think positively, you feel positive, you are able to bring in more opportunities. You will notice more opportunities find you, because what you are aligned with will find you. This is very powerful. If I am in a bad mood, I notice more opportunities don't find me. Instead, I'm kind of stuck in stagnant energy. But the more my mindset is focused on positivity instead of negative thoughts, the more I notice I feel better, I attract better, I am better. So let's dive right in. The first example of a very easy beginner witch spell that you can perform is going to be a spell satchet. What this is basically a piece of cloth. It doesn't really matter where it came from, as long as you have a small square piece of cloth. It can be a color that represents your desires, such as red if you want to bring in love, or blue if you want to bring in healing and peace, or green if you want to bring in truth, honesty, and sincerity, yellow for happiness, success, vitality, orange for creativity, happiness, and overall thriving energy, black for protection, white for purity. You choose a piece of cloth that aligns with your vibration. It doesn't have to be a specific color, but it can help you if it is that specific color. If you don't have the proper color for your intention, white is a all-purpose use color. So you can use white for any candle spell, any kind of cloth magic, to bring upon the same desire. As long as your intention is strong, you know what you want to bring in. That is what your intention is. Knowing what your end goal is, and knowing what you are going to consistently be changing within your life. If you do a spell for success, you must change your mindset at least. You must change your thoughts. You must start believing that you are capable of success, that you will do actions every day that bring you success. Or if you want to bring in love and you do a spell for love, you have to change your mindset. You have to align with that vibration, and doing a spell helps you to align with that energy. It helps you to feel your desire already as if it is true. And this is what brings it in so quickly when you do perform a spell. So moving into spell satchets, we are going to talk about exactly how to do them, the magic of them, and I'm going to give you a couple examples of a few that I have done myself. Starting off with a spell satchet for luck. This spell satchet is simply made out of an old pair of jeans. I did not want them anymore, so I cut them up into small pieces of fabric. I stuffed it with herbs that are representing luck. So this could be oregano. It is an herb that brings in money, it brings in luck. This could be filled with cloves. This is for passion, energy, kind of vitality, courage. It could be filled with cinnamon. This is for luck, money, abundance, as well as a small piece of paper that has my intention on it. I write down, I attract luck, or I am lucky. And I write this without lifting up my pen. So when I'm writing this sentence, I keep my pen on the paper the entire time. It doesn't matter if it looks reckless or anything. And then what I do is I shift the paper, I turn it towards me, and I sign my name around the outside a couple of times all the way around the border without lifting up my pen. Then I fold the piece of paper towards myself 3 times. I turn it towards me and I fold it 3 more times. Then I put it inside of the spell sachet. We are going to have a step-by-step tutorial on my YouTube channel if you want to stick around to see that. Just in case you want to do any of these spells yourself, I have you. I will guide you through them, as well as enhance your magic by really getting your mindset aligned with your goal. This will make it so much more powerful, I assure you. So, with a spell bag, this can hang on your wall. It makes beautiful decoration, witchy decor, first of all, as well as you can hold it. You can feel the vibrations. You can feel the energy of the herbs and of the paper, of the intention, the focus that you spent making this. You can feel it. I also tie it with a piece of cloth, a piece of twine, and I just hang it on a nail on my wall, and it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It's not the first spell sachet that I've made, nor is it the last. Moving into another spell sachet that I made, this is using a simple piece of white kind of cloth fabric material. It's for arts and crafts, not necessarily anything fancy. I tied it with a piece of ribbon, and there's some cinnamon sticks sticking out of it. This is for money, this is for abundance, this is for wealth. What this has in it is a bunch of money corresponding herbs. This is such as cinnamon, like we talked about, oregano. It can be it can be cloves and other money herbs. It could be a bay leaf that is burned with your intention on it. You write, I am wealthy, and you burn the bay leaf, and you put the ashes in the spell bag. This carries your desire as if it has already happened. It's burned. It already exists in the universe. It is already yours. So this as well hangs on my wall, as you can see, and these are hanging near each other because it is luck and it is wealth. So these are 2 examples of spell sachets. These are very simple, very effective spells, very fun to make, creative, witchy decor, and they are so easy. They can be made so simple at home, and they bring your desire straight towards you. The next powerful spell that I want to talk about is making love oil or making money oil, even protection oil. Making oils or putting herbs inside of oils and letting it cook down will literally smell like your goal. I made money oil. This money oil is made out of coconut oil. Nothing fancy. It's kind of hard to scoop out, as you can see, but it is so effective. Every time I have rubbed this money oil on my hands, I do make money. This I can vouch for. The most powerful spell I've ever done, I do believe, is my money oil, because it lasts so long, and every time I use it, it literally smells like cash. I kid you not. I'm gonna have to make a step-by-step tutorial making this stuff as well, because it smells like cash. I can confirm it right now. Oh my god, it literally smells like cash. What it has inside of it is a bunch of herbs. It has cinnamon, it has rosemary, it has black salt for protection. And what this basically does is it brings you money by aligning you with the smell of money, by aligning you with the feeling of, literally, if you smell cash, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this smells like money. And how does that not bring it towards you? You already believe you have it because you smell like money. It is amazing, and it works so powerful. You simply just put some herbs in oil, let it cook down a little bit, let it infuse and simmer and smell so good, pour it into a jar, and you have your spell oil. You also want to stir it and think about money coming towards you while you stir towards yourself. Or if you want bad intentions to leave you, you stir it away from yourself and whisper that into the pot, or you say it in your head while you're making this money oil. Another oil that I have made is love oil. This is extremely effective. I use it in every single tarot reading that I do. I rub it on my hands. I have it on my hands right now. What this love oil does is it essentially aligns you with the vibration of love. I smell it and it smells like cinnamon, it smells like cloves, and it smells like love. It smells like rose petals. That is the energy of love. And this connects me to love because the smell, simply the smell, just connects me to that energy, and it will connect you as well. So if you want to make your own spell oil, simply take some olive oil, pour it in a pot, add some rose petals. We have roses growing outside my house, so that is where I harvest mine. You let it cook down for about 15 minutes. You add cloves, 3 or however many for your intention. Numbers have significance as well. 3 is a divine sacred number, and that is why I choose to use it. But you can also add some cinnamon. You can add anything that you desire to bring you the energy of love. You rub it all over yourself. You rub it all over yourself, and you will notice you feel so confident. You feel love. You feel in love with yourself, and others feel the love on you, and they smell the love surrounding you because you rubbed that oil all over yourself. It is not scented with any essential oils. It is just pure olive oil and herbs and rose petals. And that kind of just makes it so much more powerful to me. The fact that I can smell every ingredient inside of it because I know what they all mean. That's the magic behind it. If you are a witch just like me, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this. If you're a beginner witch, you have to give it a try. I promise you, it will take your practice to the next level. And moving on to a very simple beginner spell that you can do, we are going to discuss candle magic. What candle? Okay, well, there goes my candle. Dang it. Well, anyway, what candle magic is basically you are carving your intention on a candle. Let's use this candle now that my other candle has dropped. You take a sharp object such as an anthem or a magical sword, a magical knife that you use for your practice. I just got given this by my aunt the other day. Thank you, Aunt Mimi. So we have this. You take your magic kind of tool. It can be a simple knife. It can be anything. You want to cleanse it as well as cleanse your candle with some incense, with some sage, with some water, some moon water, with anything. Cleanse it. Whatever makes you feel like weight has been lifted off your shoulders, do that. And for me, that's burning smoke, sage specifically around me, green sage, to really cleanse away any negativity. It also brings in fresh energy, kind of renews it to a space of ready to be infused with your intention. So what you want to do is you want to carve into the candle, write I am, and then write your intention. I am prosperous, I am abundant, I am protected. Carve it into the candle all the way around. And while you're doing that, rotate the candle towards you so that you are bringing in that energy. So rotate it towards you, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to anoint it with some oil. If you want money, then take some of your money oil or take any kind of oil, olive oil for instance, and rub a little tiny bit, not too much, around the candle and really think of your intention coming true. Align with that energy. That is what gives it potency, is your focus, your energy, okay? So you want to carve into your candle, anoint it with oil, and then sprinkle some herbs on top. This can be cinnamon for money, it can be rose petals for love, it can be black salt or salt for protection. You want to sprinkle it on your candle and then burn your candle. Once your candle is fully burnt out, your spell is complete. I've done multiple candle spells and they work, let me tell you. It works especially more when you call in the elements before you do your spell. And by this, I mean you carve a pentacle into the ground outside. This is a shape that looks like this. You carve one of these into the ground, okay? You put some water on one side. You put some water right here. You put some incense right here, or something burning. You put some earth, some ground, okay, right here. You put something that is representing air, a feather, okay? You put some fire, or I think we already talked about fire. So you put something magical, like for spirit, you want to put something magical. It can be something that resonates with your spirit. It can be a crystal, a stone, anything like that. And then, as you're putting these objects down on each side of the pentacle, you want to say north. I am setting this object down and I call your powers to me to enhance my spell. And as you set each item representing each different direction, each element, north, west, east, and whatever else I forgot, okay? These all represent an element. They represent air, earth, fire, water. That is why you have fire, earth, air, water on each side of the pentacle or on each side of the star. Okay, once you do that, you call in the energy for each one of these correspondences. This made my spell happen immediately. This gave me so much power. I did it outside in the woods of Missouri. It was simply amazing. If you don't have woods, that is okay. Do it anywhere. If you feel comfortable or uncomfortable doing it in daylight, do it at night. Do it inside. You can draw a pentacle on a piece of paper and do it that way. That is how you call in the elements. You can also just write a pentacle with your hand, okay? And then put all of your ingredients around where you drew that imaginary star and do it that way. It's so easy, so effective to really call in that energy, to call in that power of all of those elements. It really allows your desire to come into fruition much faster. Another method for performing spell work is doing spell jars. I'm currently selling spell jars on my Etsy shop, so let's look at what a spell jar is. A spell jar is a jar that you fill with herbs, a note, crystals, anything like that. You can put your hair in it to make it more potent for you, and you cover it with wax or you tie it sealed. This really bottles up your intention, it bottles up your dreams, your desires, and it makes it to where you can touch this spell jar and feel the energy coming off of it. You can feel that, and that also aligns you with already having what you desire, which brings it to you, because if you lack something or if you feel like you don't have something, it's not going to come to you. You have to accept that it's going to come to you regardless, or that is already yours, or you have to align yourself with the vibration of not really caring about it anymore, and that's how it comes to you so fast. Okay, once you do a spell, you don't really care about it as much anymore. You feel like, that energy is already around you, and it's time to just align with that energy and notice that it will come into your life naturally and quickly that way. You can do a spell jar by wrapping wire around the lid and putting a beautiful crystal around it. This is what I'm currently selling. This is a money spell jar, so it has mustard seed in it, has a bunch of money herbs. You essentially want to cleanse your jar, stick some incense in there, wave the smoke around the inside of the bottle, start putting your herbs in, and one by one you put your herbs in and you say, I am protected, I am wealthy, wealth finds me. And this is so powerful. I've made multiple spell jars. As you can see, I have quite the abundance of spell jars. They are magical, witchy items to make, as well as spells that do bring your desire into reality. So that is our overall view of what spells you can do as a beginner or as an intermediate witch to really bring your desires towards you. If this reading connected with you, please don't forget to leave a lovely comment describing what made it so powerful for you and what spell technique are you going to try out first? Or what experiences have you had doing these spells? Overall, I just really want to hear your feedback and what brought you to this video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to see more witchy content, to have more witchy tips from an experienced practitioner. I feel like I'm very wise for my age, and I am here to help a lot of people. Thank you so much, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next video.